What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I hope you like this video. This is your review for Sisters Season 2, Episode 21. I don't know what's going on with my light. So we start this episode off where we left off. We have Zach and Karen getting it in. We have Aaron coming through the door. Aaron had left his phone. That's why he came back. And for some reason, he thought that the sounds that was coming from Karen's office was Zach fighting with Karen instead of doing what they was doing. Sir, has it been that long since you've had sex that you don't know what it sounds like? I'm just saying. There was nothing about the sounds coming through that door that made me think that there was a fight going on the other side. At least not that kind of fight. Anyway, so of course we have this whole situation with, Zach getting dressed and Karen trying to hurry up and get him out of there. And they come out. Her assistant is there being the obnoxious person that her assistant is. And Aaron is sitting there looking, like somebody done stole his best friend, honey. Now, they have a whole conversation about it. And basically, at the conclusion of the conversation, so then, Karen and Aaron have this whole, huh? Oh, I thought you were talking to me. Oh, no. It's okay. So Karen and Aaron have this whole conversation where basically he's like, listen, I was trying to be that man for you. Like, I wanted better for you. And clearly, I'm not enough. And she was like, no, you are enough. I want better for me too. I want to be with you. He was like, no, because I can't give you everything you want because I can't give you sex. And clearly you need sex because, hello. And she was like, well, no. I mean, I really want to be with you. And he was like, nah, I'm good. And so basically he broke up with her. He was like, listen, like, I'm not going to compete with that. Like, you already know what you're getting from Zach. So if you cool with that and you cool with going back with Zach, then y'all go ahead and make it happen. Do what you do. And so they basically broke up, child. So then we see Sabrina and Danny on their way over to Andy's house. And of course, Sabrina is like, Danny's like, this is not a good idea. Like, I don't even know why we doing this. This is not a good idea. And while they're riding, they get a phone call from Sabrina's friend at the bank. She's calling her back with the information about the credit card fraud. Well, come to find out, the person was signing Zach's name, but it wasn't Zach. It was a female. Then they have a picture of it, and so of course they're like, well, we need to go see if if Karen knows who this woman is. Now here's the part, there's so many things wrong with this scenario, but let me just go with the most obvious thing that's wrong with this scenario. Excuse me, but how is some random person that none of y'all recognize? Oh, I'm sorry, I'm skipping ahead. Karen don't know the woman. She thinks it might be one of her clients when they finally show her the picture. But how would they have Zach's signature down? Because remember, Karen looked at it and said, that is Zach's signature. So how would this random client that Karen don't even know if she knows who the person is, know Zach's signature well enough to fool her? Anyway, fast forward, moving on. We have Maurice and what's the face? And he's apologizing to him, and of course he's still upset. And he was like, why would you run down to the bank and tell Sabrina, you didn't even know it was me, you just automatically assumed the worst. And Maurice was like, well, I was in my feelings because I was jealous because you were in there having sex with somebody and it wasn't me. And I'm like, but Sabrina is like really your friend. So like, are you like, all this time we thought that he was maybe joking about coming on to Calvin, but legit, you were really like jealous and in your feelings because you thought Calvin was with a man? Like, so what would have been better, that Calvin was with a man and lied to Sabrina, or that Calvin was with you? Like, it was just anyway, crazy. So then we have Zach and Fatima. This situation is crazy too. Fatima shows up with $25,000 in cash, talking about something, here's your take, from the houses they sold. See, it's great. It worked out. He was like, oh my gosh, this is what great. I can get my own place now. And she was like, well, do whatever you want to do with the money. But personally, I think you should invest it back into the company. Like, you'll take this $25,000 and you'll flip it and it'll be $100,000 the next time. This thing sound like a setup, y'all. It sound like the okie doke. It sound like, the little schemes that they pull on people. Like, here, did you get the easy return? Remember I told you was going to make, $5,000. See how fast you made $5,000, but you want to make that $5,000 $25,000? Give me the money back. I'll flip it, and then the people don't never see their money again. Now, the only difference is Zach ain't put no money in. So, he not losing anything, technically, other than the money that he supposedly just earned that he didn't get. So then Zach was like, you know what? That's cool. I'll reinvest it, but I'm going to keep about $5,000 so I can get me a place. And Fatima was like, well, maybe more like $2,000. He was like, I can't get nothing for $2,000. I'm going to need at least first month, last month, rent. Like, I need about $5,000 of it. She was like, well, why don't you just stay with me? Now, little Miss Fatima, Miss Independent, Miss I don't trip off no man, Miss I ain't trying to be in no relationship, Miss I don't need no man, I just need to get my rocks off every few days, is literally begging this man to move in with her and not be independent and not get his own place when he clearly has the money to do it. This whole situation makes no sense to me. Zach agrees to do it, which is stupid. You literally have been whining, complaining, and begging about the fact that Karen had control over you because you were in her house. She was paying all the bills and everything, and you are literally putting yourself right back in that same situation with a woman you don't even know half as well as you knew Karen. It just don't make no sense to me, y'all. None of that makes any sense to me. Andy on the couch talking to Gary. And of course, they're talking and having this great conversation. And everything is cool and sweet. And Andy brings up the whole jealousy thing. And Gary was like, well, I'm working on that too. He's like, but you kind of liked it when I was jealous. And she was like, no, it was cute to a certain extent. It wasn't cute when it became nasty and violent and rude. Of course, every woman wants to feel like they man, is a little jealous of them going out here meeting somebody else and whatever. She was like, but nah, you took it too far and it really wasn't cute anymore. Like, it wasn't cute no more. And she was like, he was like, okay, well, I'm working on that. He said, well, why don't, you can go to counseling with me. And Andy was like, what you talking about? I don't need no counseling. You need the counseling. And he was like, well, everybody needs counseling. I mean, there's some things about you too. And Andy was like what? Well, I mean, how you the way you dress and you are a little vixen. And so we back to the jealousy thing, because that's what that sounds like to me. Because again, you're not talking about, oh, well, you got too much of an attitude, or you get too angry sometimes. We're back on this whole jealousy thing. So you got a problem with the fact that men find me attractive and that I like to dress nice and wear clothes that accentuate my assets. I don't need to go to counseling for that. But just as they're getting deep into that, I mean, I guess they engaged, child. The ladies show up. So we got Danny, Sabrina, and Karen. They all show up. And of course, they all, are like, what is he doing here? And why is he here? And Andy lets them know, listen, I don't want to hear it. Yes, we're engaged. It is what it is. Y'all gonna have to just live with it. And at the end of the day, they all are like, you know what? I mean, Danny is like, listen, if she like it, I love it. I'm tired of fighting and arguing about it. Sabrina is like, well, I don't like it. I don't think you should get back with him. Did you forget what he did to you? And the funny one out of all of it is that Karen was actually defending Andy. And so, of course, the ladies were shocked, like, what? You're defending this? And as soon as that happened, Andy was like, this got Zach written all over it. She defending this because she done got up in her feelings about Zach all over again. Baby, it is what it is. That's what we got. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Peace. Oh, shoot. Wait a minute. I didn't even... Oh, Lord. Did I forget something? No, I told y'all about the fact that she looked at the footage from the the surveillance, and she didn't recognize the person at all, and then she said, oh, wait a minute, I think that might be one of my clients. I'll have to ask, I'll ask Pam in the morning. So I don't know, y'all. Like I said, I think I already told y'all that part, but anyway, that's pretty much what it is. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Drop it in the comments, please.